Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Adewinpe from Style by Binta, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you a full gather skirt, and it's going to be as easy as possible. Even a beginner in sewing will be able to recreate it if you follow this video from the beginning to the end. So the first thing I did was to consider the measurements I'm going to be working with to get a full gather skirt. So in this case, I'm going to be working with three major measurements. I'm going to be working with the length, the waist circumference, and the hip circumference. The hip circumference is not so important, but it can also be used to calculate the amount of fabric we're going to be working with. So in order to make this gather skirt, I'm going to be working with the gather skirt formula, which is used to calculate the amount of fabric needed. So I'm going to be working with the waist formula, which is to multiply whatever the waist circumference is by 4. You can as well work with the hip formula, which is to multiply the hip circumference by 3. Whatever you get is the total fabric you are going to be needing, and you can as well add excess depending on how full you want it to be. But this is just like a basic, just like a normal formula to run with. So with this, you are going to have a moderately full gather skirt, but if you want it to be fuller than this, the choice is yours. There is nothing like a too full gather skirt. The fuller the prettier. So in this case, I'm working with the waist circumference of 32 inches, and I went ahead and I multiply it by 4. So whatever it gives me is what I'm going to be measuring on this. I'd already measured it, so I went ahead and I folded in 4 places. As you can see, it's already on 4 folds, so I'm going to measure it. So like this, it must be giving me the waist circumference exactly. So now I have 32 plus like quarter of an inch. So the next thing I did was to fold it back for easy cutting. So the next thing I did was to place the tape at the edge like that. So I measured out 1 inch, which is going to be for hemming allowance because of the nature of this fabric, and I want that place to be the end of the skirt. So I want the lighter shade to be the waist. That is why I measured the sewing allowance first, then from the line I proceeded to measure the full length of the skirt. So I mark it also and I rule a straight line across it. Then I went ahead and I cut the excess. So this is what I have. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be running 2 gather stitches lines, and I'm going to be pulling the thread beneath so as to achieve fullness. So I'm also going to ensure that the thread did not cut. So since I stitch on the right side, which is the face of the fabric, I'm going to be pulling the thread beneath. The 2 threads beneath, I'm going to separate the thread on that right side from the one beneath, and I'm going to be pulling the 2 strands beneath. So in the process, I'm going to be pushing the remaining fabric in, just as you can see me do. I'm explaining in detail so that beginners can also relate. So this is the traditional way of making gathers, but if we are in a hurry and all that, we know how we always rush it. If you are following this method, it is very important for your thread not to cut. So while pulling, you ensure that you are adjusting the gathers so that it will not be too much on one side and little on the other side. Even if you have this situation, try and spread it out evenly. So the next thing I did was to turn to the other side of this fabric, and I pulled the 2 threads beneath as well. So if you're going to be pulling the thread from one side only, ensure that you do a reverse stitch while running your gather stitch before pulling it, or after running your gather stitch, go to one side and give it a knot before pulling from the other side so that the whole thread will not be pulled. And ensure that you have the measurement at the waist measurement plus 1 inch, which is going to be for zip allowance at, so as for you not to over gathered the clothes. So this is what I'm doing, adjusting the fullness so that it will be evenly distributed, just as you can see. And I'm going to be measuring it out and ensure that it is 33 or 34 inches. So the next thing I did was to secure my gathers by knotting the thread at the two sides. So this is what I have, and it is now of the length of 34 inches, and you can see it's already looking beautiful. So I'm going to be proceeding to the lining, and this is what I'm going to be working with. So I'm going to be doing everything exactly as I did on the main fabric. I'm going to be running my gather stitch, pulling it through and making it the same measurement of 34 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the band. So in this case, I'm working with a crepe fabric as the band. So I'm going to be measuring the exact waist I measured on the main fabric, which is also the same as the lining. So I'm measuring 34 inches. I marked it, and this band is going to be on fold. So the band is going to be 2 inches on fold, but when I open it, it's going to be 4 inches. So I went ahead and I cut it out. So I went ahead and I gave it a good press, and this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to fix the band to the main fabric. I'm going to be placing it like this and stitching it first. Then I'm going to be adding the lining to it. But if you can, if you are a pro, you can put it together at once. Just ensure that the band is in between the main fabric and the lining. If you do it like this, there is a way when you put the skirt up, there is a way it gives the skirt some fullness. There is a way it push the stitched part in the in between, push the main fabric out and make it to appear big, even though you didn't put any hard net in it or too much fabric under it. So this is what I went ahead and I did. I went ahead and I stitched the band to the main fabric first, and this is what I have. So ensure that your gathers are neatly arranged. Ensure that none is poking out to the right side. So the next thing I did was to place the lining on the other side of the band, and I'm going to be running a stitch through it, just as you can see. So this is what I have, as you can see. So this is what I have, and you can see it is neatly done. So if you like, you can weave the inside, but it doesn't really matter since it is covered already. So as you can see, it's appearing full both on the inside and on the outside. So this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do is to close the open sides. I'm going to be closing the lining separately and the fabric separately. Then I'm going to be inserting the zip. So the most important thing to ensure while fixing the zip is that the band rhymes. I see this a lot where the band is going to be alternating each other. This should be equal on both sides, as you can see it in this video. So ensure they rhyme together and they are as neat as possible as well. You can as well insert your zip in such a way that is going to, the rough edges are not going to be visible, they are going to be tucked inside. But I was in so much hurry that I didn't even mind, so this is why I did it like this. So if you want to do yours, do it in a neater way, I mean the zipper part. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to hem the down part of both the lining and the main fabric, and we are done with the tutorial. So this is the beautiful result, and I'm going to proceed to give it a good press. So like that, we have come to the end of the skirt making, and as you can see, it is lovely. Try it out and like this video, share, leave a comment for me, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.